All right, so let's get into it, man. All-Star weekend. Uh they scored 211 points. The East did 211 points. Tyrese Halliburton and Dame, I think between them both, I think they shot over 30 3-pointers. The both teams, I mean, you only want to count how many 3-pointers they took. It was just threes and dunks. Karl Anthony Towns had his own personal dunk contest. That's how uncontested his drives to the hole was. I watched the game, so y'all didn't have to, right? So if you didn't watch the game, don't go look at the playback. Don't even go look at the highlights. I'm telling you everything that happened. Tyrese Halliburton came out in his hometown, or not his hometown, but the team the city he plays for, and he came out going for the MVP. Man, he hit like 5 threes in the first quarter in a row, right? And only three he missed was a heat check that was like a three he shouldn't have took, right? So he was going for a little early, but there was a little bit of defense being played, and I appreciate Jokic and Luka for trying to compete a little bit, because when Tyrese Halliburton hit 2 or 3 threes in a row, Jokic and Luka surprisingly start trapping him at half court to get the ball out of his hand. But the rest of the rest of the people that's supposed to be defenders wouldn't come in and do the same thing. They wouldn't follow suit. So I appreciate Jokic and unusually Jokic and Luka were the ones who tried to inject some defense in this game, but nobody followed their lead, right? But the first quarter, it looked like they was going to compete a little bit. If judging by the first quarter, if what usually happens is they playing a little bit. Second quarter they try to get a couple of highlights out there. Then that second half, now I want to start winning, right? We go start trying to play some defense, lock things up, play some real basketball, a really good pickup game, like Kobe Bryant said. That's what people are paying to see. That's what people are tuning in to see. They want to see a pickup game with the best players in the world, right? Can we see that? Like the pickup game that Magic Johnson talk about with Team USA, the Dream Team. Right, that was a pickup game, a competitive pickup game. Right, that's what we expect All-Star games to look like a little bit. Right, people competing. Like last time I seen a lot of good competition. Back when there was big centers in the league, you had David Robinson on the West and you had Shaq on the East, and they both were trying to prove that they was the best center. So that was personal. You Karl Malone and Barkley, that was personal. Right. Drexler, Jordan, that was personal. That was just like Team USA. Right. Nobody has that pride no more. Well, I want to show you I'm still that dude. Right. I think I heard Kenny Smith talking to Stephen A. Smith yesterday on his podcast, and he said when Michael Jordan used to talk, there was roommates at Carolina, and he used to talk about wanting to be in a dunk contest. And he was like, why you want to do the dunk contest? And his reply, Kenny Smith said that Jordan told him he wanted people to know that he was better than them at everything. Not only do I want to come in and dominate you on the basketball court when we play head to head, I want to win the game. I want to show you you're not better than me. I want to show you I can defend you and stop you, but you can't stop me. I want to win more rings. And I wanted to win the dunk contest. He even tried the 3-point contest, but his 3-point contest went just as bad as Jaylen Brown's dunk contest last weekend. So, but he tried it. He tried everything. And y'all better be glad he didn't win that 3-point contest, because that would have just been one more notch under his belt, right? But anyway, what I want to do is play for you what LeBron James said when they asked him about the All-Star game.
LeBron 211 to 186 is things we've never seen in an All-Star game. That Adam and others from the league have talked about making it more competitive. Is this what players want, though? Is this, you think, what fans want too?
I don't know. I think it's something we need to figure out. I don't know where's the median, because this is what a lot of the games are starting to look like now too. We wanted to, get more, more pace into the games. We want to get more shots. We wanted the game to be more free flowing. We stopped letting the game be, freedom of movement, a lot of freedom of movement now. And that's what a lot of our games is in the regular season now. They let us tighten up in the postseason. So it's a deeper dive into a conversation of how we can shore up this game. Obviously, from a player's perspective, it's fun to get up and down, but at the end of the day, our competitive nature don't like just being able to just have free flowing scoring like that. So
he's the key thing he said is that he said what the game, that freedom of movement, that free flowing game that allowing all those points, he said the actual game is starting to look like that. So he went beyond the All-Star game. He said the actual games are starting to look like that. The game's been looking like that, right? The games have been looking like that for a long time, and that's what Adam Silver wanted. He thought that was going to be so attractive to us, and to some people it is. It's some people who don't love basketball for everything that basketball offers, right? You get what I'm saying? You have a lover person and then start picking things on them that you don't love. Like, hey, I love you, but I don't like the way you chew. I don't like the way you do that. I don't like the way you do that. But all of that stuff is part of that person. So you really don't love that person, right? So when you love something, you love all of it, right? And when you love basketball, you love all of it. Defense is part of basketball. For you to go in and say, let's take that defense down a notch, then you're telling basketball not to behave the way it want to behave. You can't tell a person you love them and they have to put on a different face around you. I can't be myself around you because you don't like that. Nah, I want to be able to be my whole self, and then someone say, I love that man, right? That's what love is. So when you love basketball, you love everything about it. The mental toughness it takes, the defense, parts of the game like the mid-range. You wouldn't accept them offering you basketball and saying, oh, we don't have mid-range in this game no more. You get what I'm saying? Or if you like gumbo, all the ingredients in the gumbo, if people just start taking ingredients out and then giving it to you, I mean, we go take the seafood out of it, but here's your gumbo with all the sausage in it or whatever they put in gumbo. I'm not from Louisiana, so I don't know. Somebody tell me what they put in gumbo. But whatever you put in the gumbo mix, once you start taking ingredients out, it turns into something else. It's not gumbo anymore because you're taking things out of it. So basketball in the NBA is not pure basketball anymore because they took out defense, they took out the mid-range, they took out post game, they took out the big man. It's just a whole team full of guards standing at the perimeter shooting threes and driving to the hole for layups and dunks, and you can't defend it because they designed it and they call the game in such a way where you can't defend it. And what really makes me mad about it is they act like they don't know what the issue is, and they keep trying to make these rules like, well, you know what? Let's put in a play-in tournament. Maybe their competitive edge will drive up then, or let's put in like people keep suggesting for the All-Star game. How about we make it the world versus the US? How is that going to make them want to be competitive again? Right? That don't even make sense. Or how about we put in a one-on-one tournament? Why? So we can see one-on-one not be competitive. Like, just because you come up with a gimmick or a trick doesn't mean you're going to fix All-Star weekend. Right? The best dunkers are not even competing in the dunk contest. They don't want to. Ja Morant don't want to. Right? So, I mean, the issue is the players, and what you have to do is bring back all the elements of basketball, right? Stop making rules that handicap the defense. Bring back all elements of basketball, and then you have to stop incentivizing players that don't embody all of basketball. So stop giving MVPs to players that don't play defense. Stop giving first team all NBA to players who don't play defense. Right? Stop giving putting out these top 10 lists, and the whole list is just people however close you can get to a triple double that makes you better than there. Stop rewarding players for not being complete basketball players. If you can't play defense, then you're not a complete basketball player. If you can play the defense, but you're not because you owe LeBron, then you're not a complete basketball player anymore. Right? So no, we can't keep rewarding it. Include defense, include all elements of basketball. Let people start posting up, stop falling in love with threes and open space and pace and all that stuff. You thought it was going to be a good idea, Adam Silver. It turned out to ruin the game. and you're killing the game. So revive it. Revive the game, right? So one thing I wanted to say about fixing, because I think if you actually do those things, the players will reset themselves. The players are self-correct, right? Say for instance, like right now we got an MVP race. I was listening to Gilbert Arenas talk to Norris Cole, and he was on this podcast, and Norris Cole was talking about defense, and Gilbert Arenas was like, that don't matter. He said no, not defense. He said winning. He was talking about winning. He was like, yeah, with this MVP, we got people in the MVP race who in the 8th seed or the 7th seed, and Gilbert Arenas like, that don't matter. He said winning don't matter. Why does winning matter? That's a team accomplishment. Winning is the only reason why we play. So everything that you reward a player with has to be geared toward winning first and foremost. You can't exclude winning and be like, winning's not important, just get the stats, right? You know, because what they're doing with MVPs, to include a guy with a whole bunch of stats, but his team isn't winning at a high clip. And for example, Luka Doncic, 7th seed, they won with about 32 games so far, right? They're on pace to probably get 45 wins, maybe, right? They might get 45, maybe, right? So they're on pace for that. To reward that guy with an MVP, for him, he's not going to win MVP, but for him to be even be mentioned sitting at the 7th seed is a problem, right? So for him to even be mentioned is a problem. And Gilbert Arenas and people like him and JJ Redick and a lot of people who love analytics and stats and stuff like that, they will bypass the winning and say, but he's averaging 34, 9, and 9. Who else is? I mean, he's almost averaging a triple-double. You got to consider him. Like when you do an MVP list, I just seen the top 3 lists from NBA.com today, and it had Jokic 1, SGA 2, and who was 3? Giannis was 3, right? They had Giannis, SGA, Jokic. And in the comment section, you just had fans just saying a top 3 list without Luka is crazy. And I'm like, what is Luka doing that he should be a top 3 candidate for MVP, the most valuable player? Your value only extends to one end of the floor, no value on the defensive end of the floor, and then no value. I mean, you're valuable to Dallas as far as wins, but for someone who has more wins like SGA, Tatum, or Edwards, their value is proven to be more value to their team because it's leading to more wins, and they're valuable on both ends of the floor. All 3 of those guys I named, Tatum, Edwards, and SGA, all two-way players, all complete players. Like that has to count for something. So if I'm a player and I can get the whole world, I can be the face of the NBA, I can be first team all NBA 3 years in a row. I can win, I can be in the MVP race. Everyone's going to say I'm top 3 in the league overall, all because I can get points, rebounds, and assists. That's all I have to do is points, rebounds, and assists. I don't have to win a lot. I don't have to I don't have to play defense that well. If I can just fill that stat of points, rebounds, and assists, I can get the whole world, the whole NBA world behind me. So if you're sending that message to players, why the heck would they want to compete and play defense and go out there and show people that we go win this game? I want the West to win. I'm going to go out there and make sure we win. We're not losing. Those are the 2 main things that are getting taken out of importance of basketball: winning and defending. Those are optional for your best players now. And you wonder why you have an all-star game and they come in and you have somebody say, hey, man, we didn't come here to compete. That's what Anthony Edwards said. We didn't come here to compete. This is a break. That's disrespectful for the players that came before you, like Michael Jordan. That wasn't a break for them, right? It was not a break for them. Listen to what Adam Silver said when he was presenting the trophy to Giannis. Listen to his voice.
And to the Eastern Conference All-Stars. You scored the most points. Well, congratulations. Giannis, to your team, this trophy is yours.
This man said to the East, you scored the most points. He didn't say y'all won the game, because you can't win a game nobody's competing in. Nobody wins. Nobody's competing, right? If we just went out there and just took turns dunking the ball, like right now, if you know, Mikey Brass, Mikey, if me and you just went to the basketball court right now and we were just talking, and while we're talking, we're just tossing the ball up, shooting, you know, we're not even competing. We're just throwing the ball up, shooting. Yeah, but we're talking about a business plan, and we're just taking turns shooting. And then after we finish talking, I say I won. That's basically what the All-Star game was. They were just on the court together and just taking turns tossing the ball in the hoop, and then the time expired. That's why Adam Silver didn't say, hey, y'all won this trophy. He said, well, y'all had the most points. Hold on, listen what he said.
And to the Eastern Conference All-Stars, you scored the most points.
You scored the most points.
Well, congratulations.
Well, congratulations.
Giannis,
come on, man. You got to be kidding. Y'all scored the most points. Well, congratulations. That's hilarious, man. That's too funny, right? So I just thought that was funny, man. I just wanted to get that out the way, man, the All-Star. Hold on, let me get some of these comments, man. All-Star vacation. Too bad they played in Indy. If it was somewhere on Vegas, they out party and participate. Yeah, you might be right, man. Man, Kobe. I mean, Kobe wasn't built like that, bro. Those are the last competitive and good All-Star games I've watched, man. Kobe and Mike was part of it. Well, the one Mike was a part of, Kobe was definitely in that one, but Kobe had some more memorable ones after that, right? But the best one had to be the one that where him, Kobe, Stephon Marbury, and Allen Iverson went back and forth in that final 2 minutes, going shot for shot to win the game. I think the East won that one, and that was pretty hype, man. But Kobe was about to steal it. Kobe was definitely about to steal it, man. Jason I seen Jason Whitlock's episode about it, but I didn't click on it yet. Look at Jason Whitlock's latest video on how to fix the NBA. I agree with everything he said. What did he say? Because if it's a gimmick, it's not gonna work. But my idea of it is the NBA has to fix themselves, and the players, of course, correct. The NBA, who was that said they just joined in the chat? But the NBA, they have to fix themselves, and they have to start valuing the things that matter. You can't take defense out of the game for our entertainment pleasures, because then it wouldn't be basketball anymore, right? You're not giving us pure basketball if defense can't be a part of it, and every area of offense can't be a part of it. Because right now the 3-point line and the paint is the only part of the offense now. We want to see the threes, and we want to see everybody getting to the rim, right? We don't want the lane clock with 7-footers. We want 7-footers that can step out at the perimeter as well. We want it to be fast paced. We want more shots going up. We want more threes going up, and we want people with a high degree of skill to be able to display it with minimal defense. Because if we turn the sliders up on the defense too much, then and this came out of Adam Silver's own mouth. He said, man, we didn't like the defense to be so physical because you could impede a highly skilled offensive player like Steph Curry. And he said that wouldn't be a better version of basketball. So he purposely changed it to change what we see as far as basketball. Roland Curtis, thanks for that super check. 1998 NBA All-Star with five-time NBA champ Michael Jordan versus Kobe Bryant was. Did you say 5-time NBA champ? 6-time. Kobe Bryant was the best and greatest All-Star ever. The GOAT. MJ won MVP. That was his last year when they won the finals that year. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. And he was the GOAT. Yeah. And he also played 82 games that year too. I mean, he just didn't play no games, man. But I don't know, man. I don't know if there's gonna be a real fix for it. Because everything I've been hearing people say, NBA versus the world include a one-on-one game. Before the Pro Bowl died in the NFL, they kept thinking about all these little gimmicks that they can include in it too, and none of that junk work. Like you can't start including gimmicks to fix something that's a deep-rooted issue. The issue is the NBA is just they're just turning into a corporation that's just going for the money, and they're not caring about the product as much until people start complaining about it. And instead of you fixing the product, because what you have to do to fix the product, you have to backtrack. You have to go back. You had to go back to something you was trying to get away from. You was trying to get away from defense and physical play and slow pace, and you was trying to get away from that. And in order to fix the league, you have to go back to it to a degree. And you're trying to find fixes while moving forward. You don't want to look back and say, all right, man, we got to revert back. They don't want to do that. They want to move forward, keep getting their money. So they're going to try to include gimmicks instead of actually fixing the problem. They're going to put a Band-Aid on the bullet wound. DC Slam, what's up?
Man, down sports. What it do, homie?
What's good, man? How you doing?
Hey, look, man. Opinion. I just put in the comments, basketball been the same forever. It ain't really changed, but the gimmicks killed it. It's going too fast, man. It's going with the times, man. Just look at life. Basketball trying to just keep up with it, but they messing up their money. Because if you look at the NFL, they ain't really changed nothing. They stay away. They dabble in politics, but they don't dive all in with it. They don't change a lot of the gameplay. Running back still get handed the ball, running to the lineman, hit 1 yard. You understand what I'm saying? The NBA, man, went overboard with trying to just keep up with the times, I think. And not only that, see, the youngins now, man, they don't really got to work hard no more. Like, it's going to sound like I'm taking up for them, but in a way I am. You don't even need to play hard, though. You're popular on Instagram. You're popular. You're getting $90 million a year. I mean, it's no incentive. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it like that, but that's where we at in the world. See, we done got teased all our life, man. We saw them great players. See, them great players was playing for checks. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like Mike in that All-Star game, I don't know if you remember, Marcellus Wiley was saying he had just got his first guaranteed contract. You know what I'm saying? And Mike was out there for Nike. You know, it just ain't no fun no more, dog. There's really no reason to do it because they done sold it to us that throughout the year, these people are great. You get called a GOAT. You get compared to Mike in your first 2 years. We call Anthony Edwards compared to Jordan. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's bad for business, man. So
I agree.
if I'm a youngin', I got a son, dog. I'm gonna tell you right now, this Bama ain't doing nothing that I do. But at the same time, I can't expect him to do that because life ain't the same. Times ain't the same. Life ain't harder. Man, that $40 million a year, and you want me getting a dunk contest? Man, you crazy. You understand what I'm saying, man? And
so what's your big takeaway? So you don't think this is fixable?
Look, if you fix it, it's going to take the same 15 years that it took you to destroy it. First of all, you're going to have to slow the game down. That's number one. Because now this ain't the Michael Jordan, Kobe
Hold
thing.
on. Let's do this slow. Let's do this slow. You said one thing. You got to slow the game down. All right.
Slow the game down.
How do you do that?
Well, you just got to come down on that pace. You gotta bring the positions back.
Yeah, okay, so who does that? Who does that? Is this something that? Go ahead.
The NBA has to take control of their league again. So what I mean by positionless basketball. So the positions are no longer being promoted. This is why we like people like Isaiah Thomas. Even my man played for Utah, the white boy, right? So you got to slow the game down first with that, because if you got all Giannis out there, man, no, those nothing but thoroughbreds. It's just gonna keep going. You need somebody to control the ball first. The center has got to come back because he got to be able to move just them few steps he play. You got a small forward and a power forward shows you the difference. This is why I said the difference between somebody like a Scottie Pippen and a Karl Malone. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So once you do that first, then everything will come back. Right now, the NBA is a movie. It's like it's an entertainment show, dog. It's more for the fast pace, the high jumping, the threes. It's not 1993 no more. It's not.
Yeah, but
that.
who is it entertaining to? Have you been entertained by what we've been seeing?
Well, see, look, I'll give you this. I saw Marcellus Wiley on the interview. See, if we look at business, and this is what us as fans don't understand, viewership is not why they keep getting these deals, because these Bama's is getting deals, dog. They getting more deals as they go. It's just the entertainment factor. Basketball is not made for NBA fans no more. I'm going to just say it like that. It's made for fake fans. It's made for people who just want to tap in and tap out. This is why
I agree with you on that, but you said it backwards. Basketball, all right, the NBA version of basketball is not made for basketball lovers. So if you love the sport of basketball, you're not seeing it in the NBA anymore. The NBA is giving us something else, but there is an audience for what the NBA is giving them, and that's the audience they care more about, because that audience is the new, younger generation.
I wouldn't say younger generation. See, it's not a younger generation thing. It's just a evolution thing. You know, look, time's different. See, I had to get over this bit of, it ain't going to be the same no more. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to get no more Jordans, dog. We ain't going to get no more Kobe's. You're going to get some KD's, some Curry's, all right? So if you don't like it, it's almost like you just got tuned out. And if you tune out, right, you'll really force them to change it. When I say tune out, I mean social media, stop following these Bammers on Instagram, stop promoting whatever they promoting. Then you can bend it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But right now you can give it up. You know what I'm saying? I like it to a certain extent where I'll watch some certain teams. I like teams that's not on ESPN.
There's definitely some teams that there's some teams and some players that play a brand of basketball that I think is different from what they're trying to push to us, right? They're trying
Sacramento.
I love Sacramento. I love the way they play. I love the way but Mike Brown's an old school coach, right?
Exactly.
So he's an old school coach, and that's why you're seeing that. Remember, Mike Brown was the defensive coach for the Warriors all those years when they won it, right? So and they missing him dearly, but Sacramento's one team, SGA and OKC is another team.
You got some good players, man.
But this is my thing. If you play both ends of the floor, that's a plus. But
you can't play both ends of the floor today. It's too fast.
No, you can't. Man, there are players. There's players doing one of these dudes. There are players.
I mean, it's rare.
It's very rare. It's very rare. But let me finish this thought.
Go ahead.
So, on top of there being a few handful, less than 10 players that are playing both ends and who are playing offense in a way where they're not going for stats, they're actually going for the win. It's about 10 players that are doing that as well. Jimmy Butler, Kawhi, PG-13, guys like that. They're not going for the stacks.
But look at the names you named. That's the last of the dying breed.
That's the last of the dying breed.
You would literally have to change the every young child that
but Fox is doing it too.
Age, bro.
Wait, but Fox and SGA is doing it too, and so is Tatum, right? So it's just not the last of the Mohegans or the dying breed. It's some new school guys that are doing it as well, who done been in that Mamba Academy as well. But look, let me finish it. So you got that piece of it. Then you also got the piece of you done made me lose my thought. You done interrupt me so many times, DC. Let me get to this super chat. Man. John Wayne, I appreciate you for the $9 super chat. Win and
do what you do, man. Great show, man. Best fucking show on YouTube, man. I get with you, homie.
All right, thanks, bro. Caller from Ohio, you can call back. John Wayne, when it stopped mattering when LeBron kept losing and putting up triple doubles and coming to the podium after passing up the last shot, talking about he made the right basketball play. John Wayne, that's a good point, because that's when people started changing the narrative. Man, you got to understand how important the ESPN platform and everybody that's on ESPN is important to a lot of people that watch the NBA, man. And when those people start making excuses for LeBron and saying that, man, oh man, but he put up a triple double and he led in so many statistical categories, but didn't get one, that we got swept. You can say you getting swept, you getting one game against a team that just around before that, right? They just got in a grueling 7-game series led by on a team led by James Harden. James Harden took them 7 games, but you can't get one game. You can only get one game. And then we got to come and celebrate your triple doubles. That's what happened. Those stats started meaning too much to people. And it was like a Trojan horse. We didn't see it coming, right? Because only thing we heard about triple doubles when Oscar averaged a triple double was like, oh man, Oscar averaged a triple double. We never seen Oscar play in those games where he was getting triple double. We don't know what them triple doubles look like. We don't know if that was forced. What we do know, when he was averaging a triple double, he never won a ring. So it wasn't contributed to winning basketball on a high level. But all we knew is Oscar was getting triple doubles, and that was great. So whenever we'll see every now and then J Kidd to get a triple double, it was occasional. Because the reason why occasional triple double is impressive is because you come in with a game plan, you're trying to win the game, but somewhere along the line, you realize, you know what? I need to help my big man rebound tonight. And I'm a 6'4" guard in Jason Kidd. So tonight, guess what? I'm going to concentrate on rebounding because that's what my team needs. And you go down there and you rebound and you get 10 rebounds. You already getting 10 assists and 10 plus points because you're a scorer and you're the point guard who passed the ball. So just this occasional game, you need to rebound a little bit more and you get it. The reason why that's impressive is because when your team needs something and you can provide it, that shows me greatness, right? For Kareem to go down and for Magic to say, I'll play center tonight and get a win, that's impressive, right? We don't need Magic to play center every single night. Like, just because he played center that night don't mean you told Kareem, well, we don't need you no more because Magic can play point guard and center. So Magic do both. Nah, I needed you to do it this night and you did it. That's greatness. We don't need to see you average your triple double for what? What is that telling me if you need 10 rebounds from your point guard every single night when you got a center and a power forward and a small forward who's supposed to specialize in rebounding a basketball, and by their position, they're the closest person in proximity to a missed shot. So what is it really telling me if Westbrook is going and grabbing no rebounds? So he get an MVP for the rebound for averaging it and or averaging a triple double, and then the next year he did it again and didn't get the MVP and didn't know why. It's because everybody took a closer look at him and was like, man, they letting him get their rebounds. He's hunting rebounds. He'll rather play free safety on defense and guard the man in the corner, while someone like Dame Lillard, who plays his position, goes for 35, being guarded by Oladipo or something like that. Well, that's your position. You're a marquee point guard. You're an MVP point guard. And you're very athletic, agile, fast. You telling me you can't go and guard Dame and shut him down? He just hit 4 threes in a row. You're not going to guard that. You'd rather guard the guy in the corner because that's easy to grab rebounds in their way. So when you really look into it, averaging a triple-double, it's somewhat of a red flag. That means you're not doing something somewhere so you can do something else somewhere that's unnecessary for you to do. It's unnecessary for you to go get 10 rebounds when you got 2 7-footers on the court, right? So my whole thing with the stats, I thanks for that super chat, John Wayne, and that comment. But my whole thing is when LeBron was getting those triple doubles and all this stuff, we was impressed by it, but we didn't quite understand it. And now we understand it more. Well, some people understand it, but the whole NBA world hasn't caught up to it yet. Because now when you see triple doubles, you just see you just think about Oscar Robertson and you think it's the same thing. It's really not. is, you know, in Luka's case, almost averaging a triple double. He should not be running point guard. That's why they can't be 4th, 3rd, 2nd, or 1st seed in their conference, because they're playing bad basketball. It's amazing for Luka's stats, not so amazing for the Mavs. Not so amazing for the Mavs, if that makes sense. LeBron killed the NBA. The All-Star game used to be the GOAT show. Used to be the GOAT show up the pretenders. Yeah, I like that. And Kobe took that challenge on too. Now it's just LeBron ball for everybody, not caring, barely showing up. These guys are a disgrace. Yeah.